What's up guys, Dustin here. You guys are watching the Life of Lynn channel. And we are working on the 2003 Chevy Suburban Z71. And we're getting ready to take the doors off and see the damage on the sills and stuff. We got help finally. Look, this is Brad. Say hello, Brad.
Hello.
Brad's helping us out in the shop. We're gonna be doing a lot of different stuff. So you guys are gonna be seeing him around. And yeah, so we're gonna jump right into this. Let me show you a few other things that we found. Sorry about the background noise. It's cold today, so we got the heater on. So these front wheels, I didn't notice this, but holy smokes, somebody ran into it right there. You can see. Bam! Cracked that front wheel. Real unfortunate. Tire's still holding air though. And tires, nice. We got nice tires, so I'm not sure if I want to go with a eBay replacement rim to get the exact same one, just replace this one, or if I just want to do a full set of nice black alloys or an upgrade or something. I do know that the tires are nice enough that I'll stick to this size so I can use these tires on whatever rims I choose. Also, the front suspension, something happened up here. I can't really tell what's going on yet. I just know that when we drive it, it's real crooked. So we're gonna, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get ready to take this thing apart. We're gonna start with the doors over here. Take the doors off, take the door panels off. And if you guys haven't seen the damage from our previous video, this is what we're looking at here. Peeled. Bad. But like I was thinking, the B pillar looks really good. This still looks really good, maybe just slightly concave right there. So we're going to take all this stuff off, assess the damage underneath, pull the skins, and we have a set of doors that's going to go on there after paint. So we really need to get this thing buttoned up. As it is a salvage, we need to have it inspected by the sheriff's department. That way we can get our rebuilt title for it. So we're in a hurry to get that done. So we're going to jump into it and see what we can do. All right, guys, little update on where we're at so far. We got the doors off. The hinge pins on these are pretty nice. They're pretty easy. Turns out you just got to take this 10mm. The hinge pins on these ones are pretty easy to undo, unlike the older body style, where you actually had to pound out the pins. These ones you just unbolt this 10mm and lift the door up off of these. So that is super simple and pretty convenient for getting those apart. We got all our wiring and stuff out of the door. We got this little ding right here on the front fender. I think we're gonna be able to straighten that out. Probably, you know, real carefully with some cloth and a pair of channel locks and just bend this back out. And then we can just touch it up with a little bit of body filler. Maybe paint this one section here. So down here, I think we'll be able to touch up all these scuffs here. On this part, we got the sill off. And all this looks really good. This is all really straight, as you can see. And even down into these parts is really good. The only part we're really concerned about is down here. This is part of the rocker that matches up with the step bars that are supposed to be on here, but they got ripped off. Broke it off here and bent all the brackets down. And I think this this rocker panel here is part of that. So we have to drill out all the rivets for this. And on the back of this, we have a bunch of bolts that go up into the body on this. And we need to unbolt those because, as you can see, everything's pretty bent down there. But pretty happy so far. No real damage to the real structure of this thing. As I expected, the B pillar is perfect. I don't see any damage or bending in any of that. Even the brackets and hinges, these look arrow straight. Nothing's bent, nothing's catching. So all that looks good. That's where we're at right now with the Z71, guys. It's weird seeing one of these like this without the doors on it. It'd be even weirder with the roof off, which we won't be doing. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna be doing pretty good and getting this thing fixed up. Like I said, we got that front suspension issue. I think we're gonna have to replace the control arms up there, get it realigned, and then that wheel obviously is cracked too. It got hit pretty hard. I think that might have happened at the auction house. That doesn't look like it was part of this accident, but you never know. Maybe got hit here and then slid over and hit a curb or something. So we're gonna finish pulling this apart, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, let's see what's up with the suspension up here, huh? Well, nothing immediately appears broken. Probably a bent lower control arm, but can't really tell. We're working on that mystery right now, trying to figure out what's going on there. Up front, we did get everything off. We're left with this rocker is actually not too bad. We're gonna pound some of this out, do a little body filler in here, just paint that up so it doesn't rust. This project's going pretty good so far. Here's the doors. Yikes. Gonna do a little cleanup project on those rockers, get those cleaned up, get ready for paint. And we're gonna figure out that front end. I'm thinking it's the lower control arm's probably bent. So we're gonna get some measurements and actually see how far everything's off. We'll go from there. Okay. Well, we're down here on the ground and it's getting worse. Hidden damage, of course. Whenever you buy something wrecked from the salvage yard, you run a very, very high risk of damage that you can't see. And that's kind of where we're at. So we thought the passenger side was damaged because that was the wheel that was cracked. So obviously this side hit something and some stuff's not quite lined up over here, but it's actually worse on the driver's side. So this side, so this is the tie rod on the passenger side. Notice how that's straight. Let's go look over here. Yeah, that's the tie rod on the driver's side, which is the side we didn't think got hit. Yeah. So, also, these are the torsion bars, because this has independent front suspension. And you guys might not see it, but it's got a curve to it right here. Yeah. And then we started doing measurements on...
Oh, don't forget this.
Yeah, we started doing measurements on where our ball joints were in comparison to the frame rails, and we discovered that this front lower control arm on the driver's side is also bent in. I don't know if you can... Okay, there. You see how it's curved right there? So, yeah, there's some bent stuff in here. More bent stuff than we anticipated. On the plus side, look how rust-free it is under here. Look at the exhaust. That's nice and shiny. Relatively low oil leaks. Like, yeah, we're gonna fix the pan gasket and stuff, and yeah, that's nice. Other than that, I think what we've decided is all of this needs to be replaced. So let's put something cool in, right? I think a 6-inch lift kit actually comes with new control arms and stuff. So I think we're gonna look into that as opposed to just going with the stock suspension again. So that should solve a lot of our problems right there.
Yeah, cool.
And look cool. So yeah, we definitely got some issues. This whole front end's pretty much wiped out. I don't know if it got hit on one side and then pushed into a curb and broke the wheel on the other or what, but the driver's side's definitely a lot worse than I thought it was. So that's where we're at on this bad boy. Everything else is in relatively good shape, you know. The brakes look pretty nice. There's still some pad left. Relatively low rust. I think the knuckles are savable, but I think that lift kit would come with a new set anyway. But yeah, lower control arm over here. This tie rod, that thing's toast. I know this side of the vehicle sags more than that side, and I think that might be our bent torsion bar over there. So all this stuff's gonna have to come off. If you guys haven't messed with torsion suspension before, there's these long tubes that come back and they tie into here, and you have some adjustment in these nuts, which one of them's like way in and the other one's way out. So the keys are all screwed up. We got some work to do. That's where we're at on this thing. It's kind of a mess right now, but I still think it's very fixable. And considering the condition of the rest of the vehicle, it does actually run and drive pretty good. We got a few issues we got to solve, but we're gonna put some money in this thing for sure and make it look nice too. All right, well, I think that's gonna end our first episode on the rebuild process on this thing. We got to get the other doors off that Denali that I have outside, and we're gonna sand those down and paint those. That'll be in episode 2, and also hopefully we'll have the suspension idea at least figured out, and we'll go from there. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Brad says thank you too.
Let us know what you guys think. Should we lift it or keep it stocked?
Yeah, there we go. All right, thank you guys so much. God bless you. We'll see you next time.